Okay, it's time for Court Division. This is where we watch live warm-up, show you who to watch in tonight's game. And we begin with BYU's leading scorer, Jackson Robinson, averaging 16.9 points per game, shooting it really well. JT, this is a guy that is going to play tonight, missed last week against Bellarmine. He's back.
Yeah, like Blaine mentioned, I mean, it's the perfect game for you to get everybody up and running and just healthy and see who's ready or not. They mentioned Dawson and everything. But Jackson is such a huge part of this team, and the way he's playing, the unselfishness, Ty, like you mentioned earlier, I feel like he's a big part of it, because when, arguably your best player and your leading scorer comes off the bench, and he is willing to take on that role, and he's doing BYU commercials on the creamery, and he's smiling, and he buys into the culture, it can only get better from there.
He was BYU's Student Athlete of the Month for December, by the way, among all the sports at BYU. Pretty cool. Spencer Johnson, finally healthy after feeling ill for a couple of weeks, had a 14-8-7 against Bellarmine. Ty.
Yeah, had no idea he was sick during a few weeks stretch. Played really awesome. I love Spencer Johnson's game. I think I was telling someone the other day, I feel like every time he shoots it, it's going in. He's one of those guys that you're just confident when he takes the shot. Love his defensive presence. I feel like he's developed as a player at BYU because of his defense-first mindset. He's a great on-ball defender, gets deflections, is always locked into the game plan. That's what's kept him on the floor, and his offense has followed that.
He's one of 6 players in the country averaging at least 10 points, 6 boards, and 5 assists. That's an incredible line. Trevor Nell, 14 points in the first 7 minutes to start the second half against Bellarmine. That was wild.
So he gets in foul trouble early. 2 quick fouls in the first 3 minutes. Only played those 3 minutes in the first half. They had to sit him. But you could tell when he came into that second half, he was on a mission to make an impact. And he came out on fire. Those 14 points in those 7 minutes, as you mentioned. But this is a guy brings a lot of maturity. And I think that maturity and experience, this was something that BYU was missing last year, and he brings to the table this year. He's averaging 42% from 3. Last 2 games, 6 for 10 from 3-point. And he has 125 career 3-point makes. A guy that continues to play well, be consistent. Even when he misses shots, what I love, he still takes those shots. That's what's something special about this team, is that short-term memory loss. They move on very quickly. They don't hang their heads. They get right back and try to defend or come right back down and shoot another one. And they're all playing with a lot of confidence.
Hey, be a goldfish, Ted Lasso. He's 17th in made threes in BYU history. Needs 5 more to go up to 14th. Atiki Ali Atiki didn't miss a shot against Bellarmine. 6 for 6, tied a career high with 12 points.
When Fusa's not there, I feel like he plays such a huge role. Being able to do a lot of that dirty work, rebounding, blocking, and the contributions that he does on offense. With being able to throw a lob. But there's a lot to be talked about Atiki. A lot of NBA scouts that I know ask about him and talk about him because of his physical potential. And so it's interesting to see where he goes and if he can mature a little bit. In terms of offensively and sharpen his game a little bit. And so, very excited to see how he plays tonight.
Okay, Sam Griffin, let's talk about Wyoming. Leads the Cowboys 17.8 a game. He is the trigger man for that offense.
Yeah, the 6'3" senior guard. He's first season with Wyoming after 2 years at Tulsa. He also played 2 years at UT Arlington, but leading scorer, leading assists for this team, just does a little bit of everything. He's shooting 36% from beyond the arc, 28 made threes so far this season. He's a really good passer. You're going to see him in that on-ball action, the 2-man game. He's very good off the on-ball and just reading what the defense does, a little pocket pass. He throws a lob to the big, or he can pull up in the mid-range.
Quayle Cott, the second leading scorer, 16 a game, a guy that put up a lot of numbers in D2.
Yeah, it's like he was the Tyler Haws of Division II last year. I mean,
shots up.
Yeah,
buckets.
Hey, man, he was getting buckets everywhere. And then I think that's one of the cool stories of the transfer portal. You know what I mean? And I know that we're going to talk about another one here shortly, but to be able to come and play at the level that he's playing right now. Ty, we play against a lot of guys overseas that would come from Division II or NAIA.
They had superior talent, right?
And they were absolutely buckets playing professionally. And so, to see him doing, Quayle doing as well as he is, it goes back to talking about the guard play. I think BYU guards are going to have their handfuls tonight with this guy.
And speaking of Mason Walters, tore ligament in his pinky. Missed a bunch of games, came back the last 2 games. They put him right into the starting lineup. He's averaging 14 points a game. He was the NAIA National Player of the Year last year.
Yeah, and last year he shot 63% from the field. Think about that, 63%. A lot of those are threes. 26 points per game last year. This guy is a threat inside and out. 6'9", 220 pounds, good frame, great rebounder inside, averaged about 10 rebounds per game last year. He has a lot to prove to himself at this level, and expect him to play a lot tonight.
Went to Jamestown in his hometown of North Dakota. Now he's in Wyoming. Last but not least, Kobe Newton, straight cash from deep, 59% three-point shooter from Fullerton College.
It's another transfer. The first season with Wyoming, the roster's been retooled a bit. Injuries last year that they went through, but a lot of great transfers. This is one of them. And Newton, 6'2" junior guard, he's that three-point sharpshooter. He's the specialist for them out there. As you mentioned, that number, 59%. Last 5 games, though, he's gone 11 for 17 from deep. He is shooting just lights out. BYU can't afford to give him any space because this guy, when he finds it, he pulls that trigger fast.